We remember, even as we take cautious steps on the downside of the mountain toward reopening and recovery, we have been taking time in the newscast to put a face on the heartbreaking numbers of those lost and the lives they touched. Tonight, we remember Isaiah Kuperstein. The last name is familiar to you. His son Adam is our weekend anchor. We don't usually focus on one of our own. More often than not, we avoid it. But Isaiah Kuperstein was long recognized for his groundbreaking work on Holocaust education and awareness. And in the early days of the outbreak, Adam and his family got firsthand experience with the fear, the frustration over testing, and the haunting goodbye to Isaiah over an iPad. And then Adam, Coop, as many of us call him, had to get back to covering the pandemic. So tonight we share a conversation about what it's like when a story, a big story, hits home. Many people remember your first day back on the air. You weren't going to mention it because you were like, look, the story's not about me.
Well, tonight there are signs of some progress in this daily battle.
But your friend and colleague, Jose Diaz-Balart, acknowledges it. And there's a moment there.
From NBC Nightly News, good to have Jose Diaz-Balart here.
And I'm thinking of you and your family, my dear friend. All the best.
That was a really hard day. And how could you not think about your own father? You know, how could I not think about that? And I'm trying to be professional and deliver this important news to our viewers, but I'm a human being, so obviously I was thinking about it. Now, doctors say those thousands of hospital beds will...
Like all of us here at News 4 New York in mid-March, Adam Kuperstein was wrapping his head around reporting at the epicenter of a growing health crisis.
And now nurses tell us there's even a shortage of those N95 masks that are...
Then came a call from Indianapolis, where his parents live. Just a couple of weeks after a joyous Shabbat family dinner here in New York City, celebrating Isaiah Kuperstein's 70th birthday, he and his wife Ilana got sick. The symptoms by now familiar to Adam.
And even then, when I told my dad, you have stomach issues and a high fever, I don't want to take a chance. Call your doctor. Let's get you tested. Couldn't get tested.
After a frustrating few days of being told to isolate at home in Indianapolis, Isaiah Kuperstein was admitted to a hospital for the first time in his life.
We still thought that it was going to be okay. He's talking, he's alert, he's speaking full sentences. 2 days later, he was struggling to breathe, and they put him on a ventilator. It happened that fast.
Born in Israel and raised in the United States, Isaiah Kuperstein was the son of Holocaust survivors. And after earning degrees from Johns Hopkins and Columbia Universities, he founded the Holocaust Center of Pittsburgh and later became the first education director at the U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C.
We wanted to create an exhibit that's approachable, that's human.
And yet, for all of the darkness he studied and taught about, he was known for humility and a hearty laugh, for wisdom, yet giddy delight when surrounded by his 5 young granddaughters. A man who loved to be with his family couldn't be at the end.
My mom and I weren't even sure if we wanted to see my dad at the end because we knew he was in such bad shape and he was sedated on a ventilator. But once they decided that there's nothing else that they could do, they put him in a more comfortable position. And at that point, we decided to do a FaceTime. The nurse's name is Ann. Someone named Ann, I've never met, was holding my dad's hand when he died. So, like, people are doing that all over the country right now. A stranger with their loved one who they only know their first name, and I'm thankful that she was there. It's better than nobody being there, but it's not fair. My brother and I listened to my mom say goodbye to our dad. It was the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. She said, you know, you're my best friend, and I love you. And I didn't even know what to say. I just wanted him to hear my voice. The doctors and nurses think that he was able to hear it even though he wasn't awake. And so we just told him we loved him and that we're going to do our best to honor him after he's gone. When we went to bury my father, the hospital had a bag of his stuff they gave us. Inside the bag from the hospital was this ring that I had never seen before, with something in Hebrew that he always used to say, "This too shall pass." And he truly believed that even in the darkest times, like we're in right now, like the Holocaust that his parents survived and that he would study and teach other people about, he always saw that light. And that's why I took the ring. I'm going to keep the ring. This too shall pass.
It will pass, though perhaps not as soon for Adam's mom, Ilana, who recovered from her infection but still grieves, as do the families and friends of more than 100,000 people in the United States lost to COVID-19. We'll be right back.